So we need some more flying UFOs and strange sky anomalies, and hopefully we get it in this video. This video is titled "A Strange Object Appeared in the Sky and No One Has an Explanation." Oh, let's go.
Offutt Air Force Base says it's not theirs.
And the FAA says it wasn't an aircraft.
We even checked with NASA to see if it was a meteor or space junk.
Well, we got a couple of different calls on the object.
Discovering a strange object that he thinks may be from outer space.
And so far, the object has not been inspected by aerospace experts, but the discovery has a lot of people scratching their heads.
We don't know what it is, so we just know that it's not from up here.
The strangest mysteries exist in the vast expanse of our skies. Get ready to witness anything from mind-boggling videos of UFOs, unidentified scenarios, and bizarre spacecraft that even leave the experts speechless. In Quebec, Canada, a family captured footage of a strange UFO with bright red and orange lights. Even while looking at this object, all the viewers were certain that they'd come across an otherworldly thing lurking in our skies. I mean, just look at it. Anyone would have thought that they'd encountered an alien being. Even experts analyzed the video and confirmed it wasn't a fake. They ruled out drones, planes, and weather phenomena. So what else could it be? Despite that in-depth analysis, the object's odd shape and intense reflections leave it a mystery. Light ball. This has to be the strangest thing I've seen so far. And it even had the online world scratching their heads. A strange aircraft with a beam of light was recorded by some Cubans, and they simply had no idea about what they were looking at. This thing had wing-like structures on both ends, and a strange circular shape that didn't seem to match any normal things seen in the skies thus far. A thorough examination even revealed that it was indeed a true sighting. Guesses ranging from otherworldly beings to undercover technology came forward, but nothing was confirmed. Investigations resulted in more questions, and were eventually shut down, leaving its existence a mystery. Hyper-realistic UFO. If you've got doubts about UFOs being real, here's a video that might just convince you about their existence. While most of the evidence till now was blurry, this one clearly showed a vessel with strange lights and eerie protrusions at the bottom. If that's not a UFO, I don't know what is. The onlookers were so stunned that they just filmed this thing moving in their area. I do hope there were no abductions. Although there is a possibility that this was just a drone purposefully made this way to scare people, the eyewitnesses were insisting that they had indeed come face to face with otherworldly life.
Let's say this is real, right? Do you think our military would be hesitant to engage? I don't want to say scared to engage, because I think we'll try pretty much anybody. I don't think we're scared. I think we'll try anybody. Do you think they're hesitant because they don't know what the response, what the blowback will be, what the, what will be the reaction to our action? You think that's the case? I just be thinking about that, man, because I see something like that could be potentially sitting in our sky, and then we go up there and we just unleash on it, and then it doesn't affect it. But the return fire is just potentially could wipe us off the map. So I'm wondering, how do we play this?
Strange lights. Beaming lights and a creepy-shaped aircraft? Now that's definitely something out of this world. This nightmarish sight was recorded by locals of Brazil, and they could not comprehend what they were looking at. The object seemed to have a circular center and all those lights beaming around it. As soon as the video was uploaded online, people came up with some wild theories. Some suggested that it was a fancy drone showing off its moves, while others were convinced that it was a hidden, higher-end technology. Till now, no one's been able to solve this mystery. But with governments openly accepting aliens' existence, who knows if this sighting had otherworldly origins? Dementor. In January 2024, residents of the United Kingdom got to watch a scene unfold in their skies that was straight out of Harry Potter. As they looked up at the sky, this odd thing was looming around, and it had the most bizarre resemblance to a Dementor. An even stranger thing was that a mysterious light was emitting from under it, as if it was casting a creepy spell on the area. People stopped in their way and even started filming this strange thing happening right in front of them. Could it really be Dementors ready to suck the life out of people? What do you think was happening? Goku in sky. A normal day of driving through the streets of Osaka, Japan, turned into a rather exciting experience when people noticed a bright red object moving through the sky. It almost looked like Goku was getting ready to take over the world, but that definitely couldn't be the case. While many were left wondering what they were looking at, some came up with theories. It could either be an object descending from the skies, or maybe just a glitch in the camera. Although the eyewitnesses insisted on this being an otherworldly thing, there was nothing to prove their claims other than this video. Strange lights. In November 2023, a normal night in Alaska turned into an extraterrestrial experience when 3 glowing objects started soaring through the sky and almost looked like a fleet moving through the planet. It could be some comets or meteors, but here are some of the reasons why it might be something completely unexpected. Unlike a normal comet, these objects did not have any tails, and their movement was far more calculated and precise than a comet's. There have been rumors claiming that these were actually alien spaceships, and they tried their best to disguise themselves as meteors. Yet, these were never confirmed, and remained just rumors.
It had to be something. Did y'all notice the birds at the beginning of the clip? What did they do? Oh, they broke out. They got out of here. You know what I'm saying? Always, I tell you all the time, pay attention to the animals, fam. Watch what they're doing. Them birds is getting out of here. Let me know something.
Flying robe. A couple from Glasgow looked out of their apartment's window and saw this strange thing moving through the area.
Yeah, could you turn the focus thing?
It almost looked like it was a person wearing a giant robe and flying in the air. These people had no idea what it was and were so shocked that they couldn't even film it properly. At first, they thought it might be a piece of cloth that flew away with fast winds, but it was still unlikely for it to be moving in such a perfectly straight line. This strange object was so mind-boggling that no one's been able to come up with a proper explanation for it. UFO watchers claim it to be one of the hundreds of unidentified objects that have visited us so far, but even that is not confirmed yet. Odd cylinder. Alright, this looks like the opening scene of an alien invasion. Some homeowners found this strange object hovering right above their backyard and were stunned by how something so eerie could exist in reality. It almost looked like some kind of machine. But why was it suspended in the middle of the air? There's no way a machine could do that. Things got even creepier when it started moving and got its side. Now it seemed to be just a dot that vanished in a few seconds. Even after the video was shared online just to get some answers, no one could figure out what it was. Do you have any ideas? Flying skateboarder. In August 2021, residents of Memphis got to witness this humanoid figure moving through the sky, and it oddly looked like a person on a skateboard. Some even jokingly called it Spider-Man getting ready to save the neighborhood. Well, this humanoid figure had left lots of people questioning what could possibly be present right above their heads. There is a theory suggesting it was a helium balloon shaped like a person that got out of hand and started flying high in the sky. I honestly hope it was just that. Ice Age walnut. Looks like the squirrel from Ice Age forgot to bury his nut in the ground. The skies in Getamako had a rather unusual thing other than the average birds flying through the air. This odd-shaped thing was seen moving around like it owned the place. Some people were lucky enough to capture it on their mobile phones and even uploaded the video online, but no one was too sure what this thing was. Guess
I don't think that's an acorn. Although it looks like it. If that's real, that may be, yeah, that UFO, UAP, spacecraft type. Yeah, unless that's a drone. That's the only other thing I can think it could be. But I don't think that's an acorn, family.
Cases from weather balloons to odd drones in the area started coming forward. But honestly, it doesn't seem to be any of those. Some eyewitnesses even claimed seeing aliens later, further making it look like a visitor from space. But they had no proof for it. Red horns.
Oh my God, what is that?
A delivery driver from South London had a rather strange experience when he went out for work and saw this thing in the sky. It almost looked like creepy red horns of a devil. Many people tried to debunk it by saying that these were actually lights from a tower. But honestly, I can't buy that. There was no such building anywhere nearby, and the object even seemed to have a circular shape. Even the eyewitnesses were sure that this was more like an extraterrestrial being visiting our planet and collecting information about life here.
Oh my God, what is that?
No, ain't no way. And wouldn't you be mad if you're at work when the aliens show up? Like, wouldn't that make you mad that you're having to experience this at work instead of at home where you feel way more comfortable? Because trying to get home when all this sets off, that's going to be like, I would be so mad this happens while I'm at work and now I got to try to get home through all this chaos that's about to ensue. No. So that's why if I see it, I'd be on my way to work, see that, turn around and go right back in the house, fam. I'm going to be at home when this happens.
Flying snake. If you're afraid of snakes, you might want to go ahead and skip this one. A group of people from Poland started claiming that a giant snake was moving right above their heads. And surprisingly, they even had a video to prove their claims. Just as they shared it online, many started calling it a cut-off kite, or maybe just a plastic pipe taken up by fast winds. The eyewitnesses, on the other hand, were persistent on this being a serpent. Now, I'm pretty sure that most reptiles cannot fly in the air, so this thing was either a kite or an unknown object ready to take over our skies. Creepy stalker. Ever felt like someone was following you? Well, that's exactly how these people felt when they noticed a strange object flying in the air and moving along with them. It had these weird leg-like structures and a round white body. The driver and everyone in this car were worried if something from outer space was tailing them, but I'm sure it was just their imagination going wild. As they shared this video online, many viewers pointed out its similarity with a weather balloon. Now, I don't know about you, but it really makes sense to think of it as a weather balloon. Air capsule. A homeowner managed to capture one of the clearest videos of a UFO from the comfort of his backyard. This cylindrical object was hurtling down from the sky, and it almost looked like it had lost control of the flight. Luckily, the eyewitness had a high-quality camera and had managed to capture every single detail of this otherworldly object. Its bizarre shape and the markings indicated that it was clearly not part of our world, or might have been a type of technology still kept hidden from the world. The video.
Now, how are you gonna capture a fall on a like? You gotta be really good. I don't know. It's possible being so far away that you can catch majority of it. But when you zoom in, I doubt it looks this clear. And this ain't even clear. So I doubt it even looks like that. But I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think about that. That was just what I was thinking. Like, how did he do that? I mean, what is that? Hold on. We good.
Video ends abruptly, with the object free falling, but it raises multiple questions about what could be going on around us. Casual flight. A man from Italy reported seeing a UFO in the sky and even had a video to prove his claims. He had captured this strange oval spacecraft flying aimlessly and over the trees, and honestly, the footage seemed quite promising. Now, this was clearly not the average airplane we normally see roaming over our heads. Even when it moves behind the branches, the man still kept filming the object, as he was sure that this was his once-in-a-lifetime chance to gather proof of his sighting. Just a few minutes later, it vanished from the scene at lightning speeds, never to be seen again. Many regarded this as one of the best evidences of alien existence, and even praised the cameraman for keeping a steady hand. Odd structure. You might have seen strange things, but nothing can beat this sighting. As soon as the pedestrians noticed this strange object gently moving through the skies, they took out their cameras and started recording the whole ordeal. This was unlike anything they had ever seen before. As they zoomed in on the object, it seemed to be a spiky, metallic structure. Hoping to find answers, they shared the video online and got some mind-blowing answers. From this being a biblical angel to a UFO visiting our planet, these guesses were getting pretty wild. Still, there was no word from the experts, only adding to its mystery. Caught in act. News of UFOs might sound hard to believe these days, but here's footage released by the US military itself. Some Navy pilots were carrying out their duties of patrolling an area when they picked up footage of this rather bizarre spacecraft, and even they were confused about what they were looking at. These objects were moving against fast winds and had a strange oval shape, just like the ones we've seen in different UFOs. Just imagine if a pilot couldn't recognize this thing. What could they really be? Even the Pentagon released this footage claiming that these were UAPs. Looks like the governments are finally being honest about what they've been hiding. Moving along. Recently, some homeowners in Russia filmed their most creepy memory when this odd-shaped object was flying over their house. It was unlike any normal thing you'd expect to see in the sky. The object had an irregular shape and was moving in a perfectly straight line and at a constant speed. Many eyewitnesses and online viewers were considering the idea that this was an actual UFO scanning the area and getting enough information to send back to aliens. Even though this theory has not been proven yet, no one could make any other sense of what was happening here. Do you think aliens could really be visiting us? Suspicious object. We've all heard rumors about the US Army carrying out shady activities, and one man actually caught something to prove those claims.
Now there's one flying in between the other two that I'm watching.
As he was moving past the US military headquarters, he spotted this bizarre object flying just above the area, and it was clearly not an average aircraft. The wavy structure and slight pulsing of this object made it even more creepy. Judging by its distance from the mountains, it had to be very high from the ground. According to eyewitnesses, these were not balloons.
These are not balloons.
And many believe that he had captured an undercover military technology. What do you think it was? Hypnotic waves.
And they wonder why we don't trust them. We don't know what to believe, if they're telling us the truth or they're lying to us. And a lot of us are at the point to where now we believe that they have no truth in them. You know what I mean? It's just not there. Let's just say that. They don't possess it. They don't have the capability to tell the truth.
A nightmarish scene unfolded in the night sky as these creepy waves of light were seen taking over the skies. It almost looked like something was moving closer to our planet, and it was pretty fast. Although many viewers were calling this an alien invasion, I did some research, and it was a rocket system firing thrusters. That's right, even if it looks like a scene from outer space, this was actually our own aircraft ready to make its way to new horizons. Alien architects. Pyramids have always been a matter of debate regarding who built them, and this video might just solve this mystery once and for all. Some tourists noticed this rather strange object standing still over the pyramids, and it had a sort of light coming out from beneath the surface. Many who saw this video started pointing out how this object mysteriously resembled the typical UFO image we all know of. Could it really be aliens extracting something from these giant structures? So far, no official stance has come forward regarding the sighting, but the UFO watchers are calling this the perfect evidence of their existence. Blue sky. The night skies of Portugal and Spain turned into day for a few minutes on the 19th of May 2024, and it was truly a sight to behold. The eyewitnesses froze in their places as a giant ball of light zoomed across the sky right above their heads. Some were claiming that it was UFOs entering our world, while others were more on the reasonable side, as they thought of it to be a comet. Soon, the authorities cleared it up that a comet had entered our environment and moved past it, illuminating the whole area. So, whenever you're out, be ready for nature to bring forward any surprises.
Comet made an appearance, lighting up the whole sky.
Flying coins.
This is some type of UFO or some kind of life form in the sky.
Residents in Las Vegas, Nevada had a rather strange day while walking down the road when they witnessed this strange object moving through the sky. It first almost looked like it had a coin-like structure, and then it started turning into something completely different. It kept moving in the area, and no one could exactly figure out what this thing was. While some were calling it an extraterrestrial object, others were persistent on this being an undercover technology that had been hidden from the world. Whatever it was, there are still no answers as to what these people had encountered. Do you think aliens would visit our planet?
Yes, I do. And I feel sorry for Vegas. I'm starting to believe there's a hub or a base out there, some type of alien base, because we just keep hearing about Vegas. Like, there has to be a base there.
But this is just setting in the sky like this, kind of with these rings on it.
Beaming lights. If you think alien invasion isn't possible, wait till you see this odd video recorded in Malaysia. Some locals were out on a walk when they noticed strange lights blinking among the clouds. The main thing that made the whole scene even scarier was that they were almost in a perfect circle, and these lights were continuously blinking. There is a possibility that this was a UFO hiding in plain sight, but it lacked camouflage tactics, or simply some kind of natural phenomena that we have no idea about. The truth, on the other hand, still remains a mystery. Buff UFO. Out of all the UFO videos we've seen so far, this one has to be the most odd. It was filmed by some passengers on a plane, and they even mentioned that it was unlike any normal spacecraft. The amorphous shape and the way it kept moving in circles was hinting to something otherworldly. But that wasn't even the creepiest part. Just a few minutes later, the object even started its engines. Now, there's no way anyone could convince me it was normal for hot air balloons to do that. There have been theories stating that this was an alien UFO casually gliding in our skies, while others suggested that it might be undercover military technology. That truth, however, is still unknown. Star UAP. A calm day of hiking through the mountains turned into a creepy memory for some people when they saw this object casually moving down in the area. It was shaped somewhat like a star, and there are no air balloons that look like that. The eyewitnesses mentioned that these were actually extraterrestrial beings getting ready to land on Earth. Even when it got shared online, there was quite an uproar about the claims of aliens being true. There is a possibility that it could be an experimental drone shaped like that to test its usage. But whatever the case was, it's still pretty shocking to see something like a star UFO in the area. Real-life Star Wars.
Yo, what is this, bro? What is this?
If you love the movie Star Wars, then this next one is for you.
Hey, listen, I don't blame you, bro. Those are my type responses right there. Yo, what is it? There'll be a lot of bleeps going on, but yo, what is this? Stop playing with me. What is this? What's going on? Talk. Like, I would be going crazy seeing something like that in the sky. Stop playing with me.
Locals shared the clip on their social media, and viewers immediately identified it as the Millennium Falcon. It was almost like some sort of universal war was on its way to our home planet. Although there have been claims about this being clever CGI, others still suggested that the universe is vast and undiscovered, so there's the possibility of it being an actual spaceship from the stars. The debate is still ongoing, with no proper conclusion on its way. Jellyfish in sky. We've all seen jellyfish down in the deep blue waters, but here's something that'll completely blow your mind. Residents from Oman recorded jellyfish-like creatures gliding in their skies, and it had everyone wondering what kind of secrets those skies hold. There's no denying that the thing moved around and looked like a jellyfish. Now, there are some rumors of UFOs disguised as these sea creatures moving around on our planet, but those are just rumors. Nothing of such sort was confirmed by authorities, leaving this sighting as an unsolved mystery. Sea monster. The ocean is full of surprises and unknown creatures. Yet one visit to the chilly Ballston Beach brought forward an unexpected sight as this sea serpent made its way out of the water's surface. It even roared in the most creepy manner possible, as if it was announcing how this sea serpent would be taking over everything. There were those claiming that it was actually an edited video with great works of CGI. But who knows what lives in the dark depths of the ocean? And if we keep an open mind, there's nothing we can't expect from those oceans. Flying insect. Back in 2020, some pedestrians noticed this odd thing casually existing in the skies of Utrecht, Netherlands. The video quality was kinda low, but it was enough to sense that this thing was not normal. In the split second that the camera focused on the thing, it captured the creepy shape of it. There were odd dents on its edges, making it look almost like a giant insect. Judging by the distance between these people and the object, it had to be several feet big. Till now, there's not been any proper explanation for it. Some said it could be a UFO, while others named it a funny drone. But the reality is still a mystery. Black Angel. Have you ever seen an angel-shaped UFO? If not, here's one captured by residents in California. Many people saw this thing moving through the sky, and they were sure that this was not made by humans. The weird wing shape, long middle body, and strange movement through the area pointed towards the possibility of this being an otherworldly object. Now, even if we consider it as a UFO, this thing's gotta be one of a kind, as most of the UFOs seen before have that dome-like shape and circular body.
How do we keep getting like different camera angles like that though? You see, I keep switching back. That was messing me up. Anybody else notice that? How are they doing that? That's what makes things so skeptical, and that's what forces people to be so skeptical about certain videos and different things, man.
So whatever it was, it surely had people buzzing with questions, but no answers. Holy lights! A visitor at Hoboken Waterfall unknowingly captured an otherworldly sight.
And when I logged in, I kept on logging, I said, wow, this is amazing.
When two lights were soaring into the night sky, as if it was a heartfelt tribute to lost lives. At the top of these lights appeared to be a heavenly figure. Soon, these pictures caught the world's attention, with some people calling it Jesus himself visiting the area, while others were sure it was just a trick of the light. The pictures created a new sense of hope and inspiration among many people as they remembered their loved ones. Magical world. What in the Harry Potter world is going on here? Viewers were going crazy with what they saw. Now, as we know, trees are supposed to be rooted to the ground and peacefully grow from that spot. But this video seemed to defy all laws of nature. Could it really be a magic trick used for relocating giant trees? Well, the answer behind this rather strange sight lies in a crane. Some workers were relocating this tree and had lifted it from its original space using a crane. Since the device wasn't clearly visible, it looked like a magic trick. Well, I guess not all incidents are unexplainable. Multiple lights. As a man looked out his window, hoping to enjoy the soothing sight of the moon, he witnessed this bizarre scene of 3 light orbs making a triangle in the sky. These orbs seemed to be emitting a bright yellow color and had everyone wondering what it could be. These things were even moving slightly, ruling out the possibility of being a hoax. When experts took a look at the video, even they were confused and didn't know what to make of it. Still, some locals thought that these might be from an energy facility. The eyewitnesses, on the other hand, were persistent that these were actually extraterrestrial beings hovering in the night sky. Angel armies. All these locals were stunned to see their skies taken over by huge figures that looked like they were coming for the people living in the city. These dark creatures looked like they were coming with motive of war. As soon as the video was uploaded, many started questioning why governments and officials were quiet about the whole incident. Soon,
imagine aliens showing up like that. Just like that. I guess that's the beauty. We just don't know how they're gonna show up. Imagine them showing up like that. What are we doing?
the whole scenario was just pushed under the rug. But the people who saw everything with their own eyes were persistent that these beings were there in real life and had vanished just a few minutes later. Some skeptics have doubts about these claims and are still trying to find the answers for what really happened. Portal to another world. Now, this video completely blew away the minds of several people, as they had no idea what was going on in their skies. One thing was sure, this was not something natural. According to theories, this was actually an experiment by CERN, and they were trying to open a portal to the other end of the universe. With clouds of dust and blazing lights, they'd managed to create a circular portal. But for some reason, it didn't seem to work completely. Now, there's some skepticism regarding these videos, of course, and many are even calling them a great work of CGI. But we never know what governments might be doing behind their closed doors. Cigar UFO. This footage, recorded in 2020 from the fascinating landscapes of Chobanka, Hungary, left dozens of viewers questioning what really was going on in our world. A drone was exploring the hills and the beautiful village when it captured a rather alien object zooming past. This cigar-shaped aircraft was diving up and down throughout the sky and eventually disappeared in it. Many viewers pointed out its traits that made it a rather otherworldly experience to watch. The way it swiftly moved and changed directions, and how it had no trails, made it evident that this was not something man-made. Some suggested that it entirely belonged to outer space, while others were persistent on it being a next-level technology. Smoke ring. Circular rings flying in the sky? Now, who could have done such a thing? Some locals in Sicily, Italy, captured a shining, perfectly circular object hovering in the skies. These people even started thinking that an angel had been there for some time, and this was its halo. As strange as it sounds, this was actually just nature playing its own form of trick. According to experts, these are called vortex rings, and they are made from a mix of smoke, steam, and other gases released from volcanic vents at high speed. So if you ever see something similar, just know that these are generally natural phenomena. Furniture in the air.
A remarkable video from Turkey circulating on social media shows a sofa seemingly gliding through the air during a storm.
I'm pretty sure people in Turkey never would have imagined that they'll see flying furniture with the winds. A video was shared online by a local when he saw a sofa casually flying in the sky, as if it was Superman. Even if it looks like this object possessed some kind of superpowers, it really is just getting carried away by fast winds. During this time, Turkey was experiencing unexpectedly fast wind, which picked up the sofa and started swirling it around like it was no big deal. It's time for the open discussion. One night, the New York City skyline turned electric blue, causing confusion and several rumors. While some were expecting this to be some alien invasion, or maybe some sort of an attack, the reality was far different. An explosion and fire at an electrical power plant in Astoria, Queens, led to this incredible spectacle. The bright blue light, visible from up to 25 miles away, resulted from affected transformers. This caused power outages, flickering lights, and even delays at LaGuardia Airport. People nearby felt the explosion and saw the glow lighting up the sky, like a scene out of a sci-fi movie. Despite the panic and the disruptions, everyone was luckily safe. It was a surprise light show that no one in the city would ever forget.